Happy Saturday, January 8th. I've been gone for the last few days because my wife was in the hospital giving birth to our baby daughter, and I obviously wanted to be a part of that, so we were there for a little bit more than we were expecting. But now that everybody's recovered, healthy, showered, and rested, I wanted to jump back into making a couple of videos and addressing some of the questions that I've had come in about Alethea AI. As more people are discovering this project, I'm getting more questions in my DMs and in my comments, so I wanted to just make a comprehensive video with all the questions in there and as much information as I can pack into it into a longer form video versus the shorter style videos that I usually do, to hopefully help the community and help some of these newer members that are joining answer some of their questions. So some of the questions that I'm going to be answering are: what is Alethea AI? How do you get involved with Alethea AI? What are iNFTs? What is the Alethea AI token? How does the iNFT personality training work? How does the iNFT intelligence level upgrading work? Will there be more windows for staking in the future to earn Alethea AI tokens? What is the Noah's Ark Metaverse, and what other metaverses will these iNFTs be available or compatible with? And is this project an Ethereum only project, or is it going to be multi-chain? Now, I'm not sure how to do this with YouTube, but I'm going to do my best to try to put it into chapters, and then in the description in the video below, you should be able to just click on the question and skip to the part to get the answer that you're looking for. I would highly recommend watching the entire video and checking out the Alethea AI white paper, which has a lot of information, as well as joining the Discord, the Telegram group, and following them on Twitter. They've got a really awesome community management team that does a really good job of answering questions and responding to requests. So for those that are new, I'm going to start with the first question. What exactly is Alethea AI? Alethea AI is a project that's pushing the boundaries of artificial intelligence, crypto, and NFTs. They're doing this by decentralizing the access to artificial intelligence in the form of NFT personality pods, which you can then fuse with an existing NFT collection to make an interactive, intelligent NFT. I made this comparison in the past, and I'm going to use it again just because I think it works really well. I think that this is very similar to when blockchains had the smart contract capabilities added. Before smart contracts, the cryptocurrencies were just a store of value. You could send them from one place to the other, but not really do much with them. Same thing with this. Before the intelligent NFT layer, NFTs are just a store of value. They look pretty, and you know that they're worth X amount of dollars or Ethereum or whatever. But now with the intelligent NFT layer, you can do a lot more than just look at it and enjoy it. You can actually interact with it, and depending on the intelligence level, you can have conversations with it, you can have it generate art for you, generate poetry, music, and potentially even, not potentially, eventually be able to import it into the metaverse as an NPC player that would help you out, be an assistant, etc. Now, I really want to answer this question of how do I get into Alethea AI, how do I get involved or invested in Alethea AI? But I'm going to just kind of quickly touch on the topics a little bit, and then I will cover it more in depth a little bit later in the video. Again, if you want to skip to that part, just click down in the description on the chapters and you will get taken directly to it. But if you're looking for the short answer, you can either purchase a personality pod from OpenSea or invest in the token when that becomes available on exchanges, or you can join the community and become an ARK builder or an ARK scholar to be able to receive Alethea AI tokens for your contribution of your time in helping the community out. Again, more on that a little bit later in the video. I just wanted to throw those things out on the table so that you guys kind of have an idea. One of the most common questions that I have are: what the heck are intelligent NFTs? What are the iNFTs that Alethea AI is creating? I kind of covered this a little bit earlier, but iNFTs are basically artificial intelligence powered NFTs. And just like with smart contracts, when they were introduced to the blockchain, a lot of new fields have developed, like DeFi, NFTs, market makers, DEXs from the smart contracts. The iNFTs have the same potential in the NFT space to be a lot of different things. Just going off of Alethea AI's frequently asked questions, they've put some awesome potential use cases for these NFTs in there. I'm just going to read off this list. So you could potentially have iNFT avatars, personalized interactions with influencers, iNFTs as virtual influencers, intelligent collectibles and assets, iNFTs as advertisements and brand mascots, iNFTs as NPCs in games and metaverses, fractionalized iNFTs as DAOs, iNFT powered fan art, iNFTs in synthetic media, iNFTs as personal assistants and digital companions. So it's not just your Bored Ape that can talk back to you. So being able to hold a conversation with your Bored Ape NFT or your Pudgy Penguin NFT is cool and all, but there are a lot more use cases and a lot more room to grow for these iNFTs past even just the interactive stage. Now, this is more of a long form video for me, and it's because I want to answer more questions in it than not. So if you guys have any more questions about any of these things that I mentioned, like the iNFTs that I just mentioned, feel free to drop them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. Now, the iNFT consists of three different things: the body, the soul, and the mind. And this kind of brings me into the next question of what is a personality pod, and I will explain the 3 parts in this next question. So what in the world is a personality pod? To answer this, I'm going to get myself out of the way so that I can show you on the screen as I'm going over it and kind of explaining the different aspects of it. So like I mentioned previously, a personality pod is like the soul of an intelligent NFT. To get more technical, a personality pod is an ERC20 NFT that you can fuse with an existing NFT collection to create the intelligent NFT. Personality pod can be thought of as a soul for the iNFT. The body would be the NFT that you own that you currently fuse with it to create the image for the intelligent NFT. And then the mind is the artificial intelligence layer that's going to be connected to it to be able to help it grow and evolve as time goes on with every interaction. Now, I made a few videos about the personality pods before the minting process started, and during mint, the level 1 personality pods were 0.1 Ethereum, the level 2 personality pods were 0.7, and the level 3 personality pods were 20 Ethereum. There's also another layer of the personality pods known as the revenants, 100 of which were pre-made to be built out to people like Frida here, and other historical or fantasy or sci-fi figures with their personalities built to match those of the characters that they are portraying. The Revenants are like the Bentleys of the Alethea collection, and unfortunately for the majority of us, they were out of reach price-wise. But those that did manage to get them, I think are going to be very happy with what they can do with them since they're already pre-trained and ready to go basically. However, if you still don't have a personality pod and after watching this entire video you decide that you want to get into this project and you'd like to get a personality pod, you can go to Alethea AI's website, and then if you go to their Discord link, in their Discord under official links, you'll be able to find where the secondary aftermarket pod sales are. Alternatively, you can also go to OpenSea and type in Alethea, and you would want to click on the iNFT personality pod by Alethea to be able to bring up this right here. And these are the personality pods. As you can see, the floor on the level 1s is 2.2, and then if we change the intelligence level, let me hide myself real quick. If we change the intelligence level to 2, you can see the floor price for the level 2 intelligence pods, the level 3 intelligence pods, and the level 4 intelligence pods. Also, when you're on OpenSea, what you want to do if you're looking to purchase a personality pod, click on the levels and make sure that it's the intelligence level that you're wanting to buy so that you're not overpaying for a lower intelligence level. Now, as far as training your personality pod and upgrading the intelligence level of your personality pod, I'm going to have to go into that more in depth in a separate video just because that topic is a very deep topic to get into. And so I'd rather make a dedicated video to that based off of the masterclasses that Sarah is teaching for the building out the characters with the personality pods. However, if you want to upgrade your personality pod to the next level, you will be able to do that by going to the website at Alethea AI. Let me shrink myself down again. And you're going to want to click on, let me get myself out of the way. You're going to want to click on wallet, connect wallet. And then when you have your personality pods in your wallet, connected via MetaMask, of course, you will just click upgrade. And it will tell you how many Alethea AI credits it's going to take to upgrade to the next level. As you can see, I've upgraded a few of them. The upgrading for the Alethea AI token will be coming on the website live soon. I'm assuming once they release the token and it's available on exchanges, that's when we will see that option being added to the website. But currently, the only way to upgrade your personality pod is from the staking period rewards. So that's kind of a quick rundown on the personality pods, and we're going to go on to the next question. So what exactly is the Alethea AI token and where can you buy it? The Alethea AI token is currently an ERC20 token on the Ethereum platform. However, in recent news, Binance Smart Chain has partnered and purchased an undisclosed amount of Alethea AI tokens, and we don't know if that's to make it available on the Binance Smart Chain network or if it's to make the iNFTs compatible with the Binance NFTs. This news is still fairly new, and I know that Alethea is working on multi-chain support for their NFTs, and I would assume that would go the same way for their tokens as well. However, this is just speculation on my end, I don't know, so I'm just going to throw that out there. Now, the Alethea AI token is used for enabling the creation of the intelligent NFTs, upgrading the intelligence level of your iNFTs. It's also used as a governance token in the iNFT ecosystem. It can be used as a payment between intelligent NFTs for services rendered or during the intelligence battles, as well as a reward for iNFT ecosystem participants, such as the scholars, and the arc builders, which I will actually cover in this next section. How do you get involved with Alethea AI, or how do you invest in Alethea AI? So as I mentioned, Alethea AI consists of the intelligent NFTs, the token, and then their ecosystem and community. So if you're interested in the project for the intelligent NFT for the personality pod aspect of it, and you actually want to train up a character for your personality pod and be able to use that and interact with it, I would highly recommend looking at an entry point for the personality pods. Now with the current prices for the level 2s, I think that that's not a horrible entry. Once the token releases and the price either goes up or down, that will determine whether the current price for the level 3s is good, because at level 3 your personality pod becomes fully interactive. You can actually have a conversation with it back and forth. It learns from every interaction, gets smarter with every interaction, and that's the goal that I was going for myself with the personality pods that I bought, was to get as many to level 3 as I could so that I can start building out different characters for different things and seeing what else is possible with the system. Now I'm not a big fan of talking about price predictions for projects or NFTs or anything else. However, I think that this is still really early to get into the project if you're just looking to flip the personality pods. There's also the alternative of the second part of this, which is the Alethea AI token. Once that releases, we might see the price dip a little bit because of the fact that the early investors in the seed round will be getting 10% of their tokens unlocked, and they might dump them onto the market, or they might use them to upgrade their own personality pods. We don't know. But depending on which way the price goes, it might be a good entry point to get into the Alethea AI token, because it's highly deflationary over time. Because in order to upgrade your personality pod, and again I will cover this at a later date in a separate video, but in order to be able to upgrade your personality pod, you need to lock in a certain amount of tokens into your personality pod, which takes those tokens out of rotation and basically burns them without actually burning them. They just get locked into the iNFT. So if you're excited about the ecosystem and you want to actually build on it, the personality pods and the Alethea AI token are definitely ways to look into that. And if you're just looking to flip the personality pods or the tokens, that is also a possibility because of the fact that it's a highly deflationary and a new system that's pushing boundaries. I think it's going to do really well. I actually invested quite a bit of my own money into it to experiment with it and to have my 11-year-old play with the artificial intelligence aspect of it, because he's been really curious about machine learning and artificial intelligence, and I think that this project is an awesome way for him to get started with that. Now if the token and the personality pods seem a little out of range for you or out of reach, but you're intelligent and you are willing to put in some work, there are also 2 different programs for the community called the Arc Builder program and the Arc Scholar program, both of which reward the people that are contributing their time to help better the ecosystem and help answer questions in the Discord and the Telegram with Alethea AI tokens. If you would like to learn more about those, I would suggest taking a look at the Discord and reaching out to some of the mods there to see exactly what the guidelines for it are. But basically, like I said, the Arc Builder program is to help the community by answering questions, referring people to the white paper, or grabbing answers from the white papers to put into the chat when people are asking the same repetitive questions. And the Arc Scholar program is actually when you are essentially hired by other people to build out the shared intelligence of an iNFT. If you have these huge investors that don't have time to sit there and train their personality pods or train out a character for their personality pods, they're going to be bringing on these ARC scholars and paying them in Alethea AI tokens to be able to do that work for them. Also keep in mind, a lot of these people that are going to be funding this are early investors that have more than likely bought personality pods or revenants as well, and that's why they have this huge stockpile of Alethea AI tokens, so that they can hire people to do the stuff for them that they're not going to have time to do. And again, like I said, if you're interested in the token, currently there is no marketplace where you can buy it. However, if you want to, you can go to CoinGecko and search for Alethea, and it will take you to this page where they have the most basic information. Because it's not currently listed on any exchanges, it has a link to the auction where they did their token distribution auction, and you can kind of see what the price range for that was. But once it's added to exchanges, it'll be updated here pretty quickly, and then you'll be able to see where you can trade it. You can also check out the contract, look at Medium articles, check out their Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Reddit. Thought they had a YouTube link here too, but I guess not. But I would highly recommend checking out the Discord and Twitter, and then also go check out their YouTube for some of the master classes for the personality training for the artificial intelligence. Sorry, I had to take my sweater off, it was getting hot. Alright, and one of the most common questions that I've had is, how does the iNFT personality training work? And again, I apologize, but for this I'm gonna have to create a separate video that goes a little bit more in depth because of the fact that the master classes are so in depth. Each one is currently about an hour long and they have 4 of them out. But let me show you a really quick rundown of what that looks like. So to build out the character of your personality pod, you're gonna wanna go to your wallet again, find the personality pod that you wanna train, click train on it, and then you will see what Sarah calls these personality Legos, or these personality modules, where you can pick a name, a voice. You would add filters for like chat filters, profanity that you don't want it to include or whatever, appearance, and then occupation, primary drive, identity, habits, likes, psyche, iterations, and artificial intelligence skills. So as Sarah does these master classes, they unlock the different Legos that we can start working on, and then we will be able to finally create the personality pod, or create the intelligent NFT using the personality pod and an NFT from one of the collections that are currently approved. One really awesome thing that I noticed during the last masterclass was the fact that Sarah said that eventually people will be able to customize their own personalities. Or here, instead of paraphrasing it, I'm just going to show you the video. All right, here we go.
But then eventually Alethea will have customizable characters. And this is something a little bit more on the horizon, but it's helpful to talk about because I'm going to kind of deconstruct how to think about appearances.
I'm going to stop right there. I don't mean to interrupt her, but that conversation is a lot more in depth. If you want to check it out, the title of this video is called Alethea AI Personality Creative Writing Class 03. So this is the Masterclass 3 for the personality pods, and this can be found on Alethea AI's YouTube channel, where they are currently uploading all of their personality pod masterclasses. But basically, first we're going to be able to customize the currently approved projects, so you'll be able to do things like add like an eye twitch to your Bored Ape, for example, or like a nervous tick or something like that, and then eventually evolve into you being able to personalize a custom character, from what I understand, for your personality pod that could, for example, match what you look like. Like I said, pretty cool stuff, a lot of possibility for it, but I don't want to get too deep into what the personality training looks like because I want to tackle that in a future video, breaking down how you can kind of build out what you're looking to build out. This next question I've kind of touched base on a little bit, but I didn't go too much in depth. How does the iNFT intelligence level upgrading work? And to answer this, I'm going to show you how it works on their website, as well as refer to the white paper for the more detailed specifications of what it takes to upgrade. So again, once you're on the website Alethea.ai, you would go down to wallet, connect wallet, and then choose which pod you want to upgrade, and then click upgrade, and it'll tell you how many credits it takes to upgrade it. And if you have enough credits in your account, hit yes, and it'll upgrade your personality pod to the next level. Now, to upgrade your personality pod from a level 1 to a level 2, it takes 3,000 Alethea AI credits. From a level 2 to a level 3, it takes 30,000 Alethea AI credits. And from a level 3 to a level 4, it takes 1.08 million Alethea AI credits. Now, the jump to level 4 seems insane, but it's because of the different features that you're able to have once you're at level 4. So I'm going to go over these real quick. Let's see, I am kind of blocking stuff, so I'm going to get myself out of the way. So at a level 1 intelligence, your iNFT is alive but lacks sufficient intelligence to do anything besides being trained. At a level 2 intelligence, your iNFT can do tasks and offer AI services that involve little to no cognitive load. Examples of AI services are recite and broadcast. So you would put in a block of text and it would read it out for you, moving its lips and all that other fun stuff. At a level 3 intelligence, your iNFT is social. It can do real-time interactions, has a sense of personality, and it can interact and do lower order intelligence mining games for the Alethea AI tokens. At a level 4 intelligence, your iNFT is creative. The iNFT can generate various types of media, including copywriting, poetry writing, generative art, and synthetic music. And at a level 5 intelligence, your iNFT can participate or compete in games, as well as metaverses, such as integration with different metaverses as APIs, interactive NPC iNFT characters, and higher order intelligence mining games. Now, if you want to see exactly what up to a level 3 intelligence can do, you can go to Alethea.ai, create an account, it'll give you 10 credits, and then you go click on create, select an iNFT, and then these first two are level 2 intelligence. So recite, upload any voice, and get a video output featuring your favorite iNFT speaking the words. You can upload voices in different languages. Level 2 broadcast, write a personalized message and get a custom video featuring your favorite iNFT speaking the lines. And at a level 3, you can actually interact, which is, I think it gives you like 60 seconds where you can talk to the NFT and interact with it and kind of get a feel for how intelligent the iNFT is. Now, again, these, you can select the different iNFTs. They all have different personalities. So like, if you go with the Bored Ape, he's going to be more bored, obviously, more of a, like a lazy personality. Julius Caesar is going to be more of a dictator, and you can kind of get an idea of what their personality is like right here. By reading through here, and then kind of see how that plays out when you're actually interacting with them. The interactions are actually what made me fall in love with this project, because of the fact that you can actually customize the personality of the artificial intelligence that you're speaking with, which I think is very important for the mass adoption of artificial intelligence in making it more realistic, more human-like. And I love the fact that this is bringing this capability to the masses to be able to experiment with this and kind of get a feel for it, and potentially introduce a lot more people to the artificial intelligence field, like myself and my son, who's 11 but already super excited about this project. And I don't want to go off on a side tangent and forget about the last few questions that I have on this list, so I want to burn through them real quick. The next question is, will there be more chances for staking? Now, there was a staking window open for early adopters of the personality pods that they got rewarded for in Alethea AI credits to be able to upgrade their personality pods to the next intelligence level. Currently, there is no future staking windows on the horizon. I don't know if they'll be doing any more staking events. I kind of hope they do, because I like free stuff. But as far as I know, the only staking periods that they had were for early adopters. But that is not to say that there won't be any more in the future. So keep an eye on their Discord, especially the announcements channel. Lots of great stuff coming through there, and Alethea has always taken care of their community and the early adopters, and they listen to them. They actually, that's the reason why they opened the staking window back up twice and extended it one more time after that, to be able to include more people in the process of getting rewarded for putting in their time and effort into helping train the artificial intelligence. And the last question that I have on the list is, what metaverses will the iNFTs be compatible with? Now, from what I understand, because Alethea has built out their own in-house AI protocol and their AI engine, the iNFTs are going to be metaverse agnostic, meaning they can work with any metaverse that has access to their API. So you're talking Sandbox, Decentraland, CryptoVoxels, they will all have the ability to work with the Alethea AI iNFTs if they wanted to connect to their API and be able to bring those iNFTs in either as, let's say, a standalone pedestal that displays the iNFT and that you can interact with, or as an actual NPC player that would be able to walk around in the metaverse and talk to players and potentially help players out as kind of sort of like a guide. So let's say you have some land in the metaverse and you want to import your iNFT into there to be able to answer questions from people that are in there. You'd be able to do something like that with the API access. And honestly, that's kind of it for the questions that I had that I wanted to get caught up on. I still need to do that separate video for the intelligence training and the personality, the character building out of the personality pods. But that video is going to take a little bit longer to compile because of the fact that it's so in depth, and the master classes are still going on. So as they come out, I try to add a little bit of content to the video that I'm working on. And then once they're all done, I'm going to release the entire video so that we can kind of have a quick, friendly walkthrough guide for how to build out your character for your personality pods, and make it interesting. And of course, the most common question is, why do I make so many videos about Alethea AI? Several reasons. One, because I'm stupid excited for this project, and my, like I said, 11-year-old is excited about it and he wants to learn about it. So I actually invested some money into the personality pods and the Alethea AI token during the token distribution auction. And I think that this project is so much more than just a talking Bored Ape or a talking CryptoPunk. The fact that you'll be able to import it into the metaverse, with the metaverse being so big and popular right now, imagine being able to import a guide into the metaverse, into the plot of land that you own, to an art gallery, for example, and that iNFT being able to answer questions when you're not there of people that are just browsing your NFT gallery, for example, or exploring a casino that you have. And there are so many other possibilities and aspects that I haven't even started to grasp yet, honestly. And I love the fact that with this project, I'm learning about new things and expanding my abilities to understand and grasp concepts, as well as getting more comfortable with the artificial intelligence and machine learning aspect of things that I wanted to get into anyways. So if I can put a little bit of money into it and learn something and maybe even make some money out of it, why not, right? I just wish I'd ran into this project a little bit sooner, before I had spent a couple $1,000s building a machine learning PC that's literally just sitting behind me, not being used currently. In case you guys don't believe me, look at that layer of dust. But I'll get back to it eventually. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. If you made it this far into the video, please drop a like and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this content going forward. And yeah, I think that's it for tonight. I'm gonna get back to watching some of those masterclasses to try to build out my video to be a little bit more informative and user friendly. But yeah, that's it for now. Bye.